Today I wanted to talk all about posture. More and more we're seeing kiddos come through the door with those forward rounded shoulders, weak core, and overall just poor body positioning and awareness. And I wanted to teach you guys a few exercises that you can do not only at home but in the classroom as well. When you're sitting doing some work at school, every 20 to 30 minutes, try and do some of these exercises for a minute or two just to change up that body position and get you out of that forward leaning. Let's talk about good seated posture. You can see here I have this chair, and when we're in the classroom, what we want to make sure is that our feet are flat on the floor, ankles relative to lower leg are at about a 90-degree angle, upper leg relative to lower leg, your knees are at about a 90-degree angle, and in the hips here, our upper leg relative to our trunk, we're at a 90-degree angle. Making sure you're sitting your bum back in your chair and sitting nice and upright with the shoulder. Every 20 to 30 minutes, we're gonna reach those arms up in the air. You can intertwine your hands together and push up. We're going to hold this for about 5 to 10 seconds. Then we're going to repeat that 2 more times. Reach up in the air, intertwine those fingers and push up. Really trying to elongate your spine, stretch that spine to its full potential. And one more time, reach up in the air. Push, 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 push. Hold for about 5 to 10 seconds. And relax. The second exercise I love to do is fairly similar. We're going to reach up in the air. We're going to grab onto one of our wrists and we're actually going to tug in one direction. So what I'm feeling here is a nice trunk stretch right through my left side of my body. I'm going to hold that for about 5 to 10 seconds. Come back up to neutral. And then we're going to repeat the other direction. Again, holding for 5 to 10 seconds. And this time I'm feeling it on that right side of the body. Good. Do that a couple more times. Pull to the right to feel the stretch on your left side. And up again, and to the left side to feel the stretch along the right. And back to neutral. Perfect. The third exercise I love to do is a crossover hold. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing my left arm, internally rotating it, bringing my right arm over, and I'm trying to actually grab my hands together while sitting nice and upright. We're going to hold this stretch. I feel this mid-back. It's also a great shoulder stretch for both sides. So we're going to hold here for that 5 to 10 seconds, and then we can repeat that on the other side. Reach. So on this side, I can feel that right shoulder is a lot tighter, so I can't quite grasp my hands together here, but that's okay. Just reach as far as you can and hold for that 5 to 10 seconds. Awesome. A couple more exercises. Let's add a little neck stretch to the mix. So what we can do is we can tilt our head to one side. If you're not really feeling a whole lot here, you can actually add a little bit of pressure. You want to feel a nice stretch on that left side of the neck there. Again, hold for that 5 to 10 seconds. And switch. We always want to do every exercise on both sides so we don't have any asymmetries. And hold for that 5 to 10 seconds. Remembering when I'm turning my head to the left, I'm actually stretching the right side of my neck. And the last little exercise I'd love for you to do in your chair at school is called a scapular retraction. So what we want to do is we want to work on pinching our shoulder blades together in the back. Something I love to use is pretending you have a tennis ball between your shoulder blades and we're trying to pinch the ball. So we're going to drop those shoulders down like you're sliding your hands into pockets, but you're using your shoulders, and then we want to pinch that ball and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's do that a couple more times. We're going to drop those shoulders down, squeeze that tennis ball in the back. 1, and relax. So there's a few exercises that teachers, you can incorporate into your classrooms, or parents at home for a little movement break. Feel free to incorporate. You a few of my favorite home exercises for posture. Let's just talk a little bit about what happens to our body when our posture becomes poor and what we want to do. So essentially what's happening is over time, the front, in particular our pec muscles, are becoming tighter. So what's happening is they're becoming tighter, so they're pulling our shoulders forward. And at the same time, our upper back muscles are becoming weaker. So between the weakness here and the tightness here, we're starting to pull forward, and then our core weakens as well, and that's where we get this forward posture. So what we need to teach is how to stretch the front, how to strengthen the core, and how to strengthen the back to pull us into better overall posture. One of my favorite exercises for posture and stretching is the cat-cow. So what I like to do here, you stack your knees under your hips, wrists under the shoulders, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna push up into cat. So we're gonna push that thoracic spine up as high as we can, that mid-back. We're gonna tuck the head. We're gonna hold this for about 3 to 5 seconds. And then we're gonna come down into cow. So we're gonna open that chest up, roll the shoulders back, and lift the head. And let's repeat that 2 more times. So we're gonna tuck that head, push up into cat. Feel that nice upper back stretch. And then we're gonna come down into cow, open the chest, roll those shoulders back, and hold. Stretch that I love to do is for your pec muscles. So what I like to do is use a foam roll. If you don't have a foam roll, you can actually just do this off the side of a bed. You'll just have to alternate sides, and I'll show you what we do. So you're gonna sit on your foam roll and lay back, making sure that your entire spine from your tailbone to your head is supported on the roll. And what we want to do is we want to reach up in front, and we're going to drop those arms down so we feel a nice stretch through our chest. So I can feel this all through my chest and down my upper arms. We're going to hold this for about 10 seconds. And then we can come back up to the middle and repeat. If you're having a hard time feeling this, what I like to do is that you can roll your body to the side a little bit so you feel it a little greater. So right now I'm rolling to the right and I'm feeling it a lot more on my left. And you can do the same thing, roll your body to the left to feel the stretch a little more on the right. One of my favorite strengthening exercises for kiddos is that scapular retraction that we worked on in a seated position for at school, but I like to add an actual ball to the exercise, and I'll show you how to do that at home. So I just have like a small to medium sized ball. What we're gonna do is we're gonna stand about feet shoulder width apart. I'm gonna put that hand out in front. And what we're doing is we're working on that retraction. So we're gonna drop those shoulder blades, we're gonna pinch them back. We're going to try and maintain that position. We can go up and down with the ball. We can go side to side. We can add some circles as well. and you feel that posture start to fade a little bit, I'd like to just kind of reset. This is where we can switch up sides. Left side, drop those shoulders, pinch back, up and down, side to side, and some circles. This is just a fun way to make it a little bit more interesting. I'd love to share with you is called a wall angel. So what we're going to do is we're going to stand with our feet about shoulder width apart. We're going to put your bum, your back against the wall or mirror. I want my elbows and my hands touching the wall or the mirror. What we're going to do is we're going to try and keep all points of contact with the wall touching, and we're going to raise those arms. And I want you to stop when any part of the body, the hand, the elbows, the bum, or that upper back come off. And we're going to hold in that position for a couple seconds. And then we're going to come back down. Remember to keep those shoulders down. We don't want to raise the shoulders and get those neck muscles involved. We're going to raise as high as we can without lifting any of those parts of the body off. Keep that head nice and upright. And stay tuned for next week's video, which will be all about core strengthening.